Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This is the native guy. Can you hear me out there? Through. We have all kind of stuff going on. I'm gonna disconnect that. Streaming live. We are live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can see that, boy, honey, you can see us live with the native guy. That is streaming live. We're going to replay some stuff here. Hey, boy, honey, I don't know if you know this. We've had some vlogs. Testing 1 2 3. I'm going to play some stuff that you might want to hear because we can. Maybe you haven't heard, but here's one that you should hear. Listen to this. Maybe I should push the play button, then you could hear it. Hey, welcome to another episode of Live with the Native Guys. We got a wonderful episode today. We're going to get on our daily drive. We got on the line with us Sir Smokes a Lot, Spencer Smokes a Lot, Northern Smokes, and Douglas Bongs. And we got our other guest, Hanley, in the room. And we are going to get some information. We're just going to talk today. We're going to improv this today, and we welcome you all. Hey, where's everybody at today? Give it. Who wants to start? Douglas Bong, we missed you earlier today. Welcome back.
Hello. What's going on? Coming to you from Winnebago, Nebraska.
Winnebago, Nebraska. What about our guy, Sir Smokes? I guess I gave you another name, Smoke. You're Sir Smokes a lot now. I guess you got respect.
Yeah. Thank you. Coming out straight out of Bernie, Montana, out of Warden Cheyenne Reservation. Good evening.
Weechaw, and then we got Northern Smokes. Where you at right now, Northern Smokes?
Yeah, Northern Smokes here. I'm from the Yakima Reservation, and I'm now in Wapato, Washington.
And then right beside me here, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hanley Short, Lawton, Oklahoma.
So we are basically almost in the four directions almost. I think Douglas Bong is our middle point there. So you're the middleman. You got the moderation today. You're gonna moderate everything. But you know it's been a pretty lively discussions we've had, and like I say, Douglas Bongs, you missed a pretty. We got kind of serious earlier today, and we kind of want to get off of that. We want to just talk whatever and some improv. So let's tell some stories today. I was kind of thinking about some different things, and all of us different tribes. We all have different kind of ghost stories or even beliefs in different kind of mythological creatures, as the Tuckoys would say, the mythological things are these off people, off tribes, off people, and different ones. So I want to kind of go into this one that a lot of us know about. You guys got any Bigfoot stories?
Boy, about my uncle.
Yeah, you could tell that story too, but make sure it's do whatever you want. Hey.
I was staying over in my grandma's place over in north of Pawnee there, in between Pawnee and a little town called Skeety. Boy, I guess that's a ghost town nowadays. Anyway, I was out there at my grandma's, and one night, me and my little brothers, my nephews, they were kind of staying up late. I was letting them stay up late, play video games. Grandma just got Wi-Fi, boy. All the boys hopped on there, gaming it up, So, boy, sorry, I'm kind of sound like I'm out of breath, boy. I'm helping my relatives out with this fire.
So. It's all right.
So anyway, so it's probably about, I want to say about 11 p.m., 11:30. Anyway, all the older boys, all of us older ones, man, all my brothers, we all like to smoke, So it was one of those times where we all kind of looked at one another, gave each other that head nod, kind of gave each other that look, like, come on, let's go outside. So we all went outside. And we were standing around my grandma. She got the big old propane heater outside, So we turned it on, So we was all standing around there, and boys. So anyway, the boys lit up a joint. So it was passing that around, and all of a sudden, boy, I got a real stink smell. I was like, God damn, boy, which one of y'all? Damn, close your legs. Kind of close your legs, do something, boy. Quit farting around,
Yeah.
Kind of one of those, So, hey, man, what the hell is that smell? And pretty soon, one by one, all of us started smelling that, Shit, boy, we started really teasing around too, God damn, like I said, close your legs. And, damn, boy, shut up, quit talking, boy. You're kind of one of those types of teasings. And hey, all of a sudden, man, we heard, there's always stories about Bigfoot encounters where they like hit a tree stump against a tree. And then we heard one of those, man, and it was like, man, I can't mimic the sound, man, but it's like a kaduk, but that, it echoed. And that echo sounded real wicked, man. And fuck, man, we heard that, and hearing my grandma, she must have been awake. It must have been know that we was outside or whatever. And here she came outside, and she said, hey, you boys better get in here. They said, them things are down there by that creek, boy. Better watch out. They might take you.
Yep.
And at that time, I didn't know. I didn't really pay attention to the ghost stories at the time that I was growing up. So
Right.
I was like, okay, whatever, and all those guys, they all heard the stories before. They all been around my uncle, so they all went inside right away. And I kind of stayed out there. I was always the ballsy one, Shuck, yeah, that thing ain't gonna scare me, one of those types of things. And here, all of a sudden, man, there was probably about maybe a quarter mile to the end of her driveway, from the house to the driveway. And all of a sudden, man, I see something like a little bit taller than that Johnson grass, that buffalo grass out there that grows, on the dirt roads. You know, everybody knows how tall that shit gets.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that shit could be, pretty tall, Anyway, we didn't cut down in there, so that grass was tall. It was taller than my uncle's, F-150s. Those are pretty tall vehicles. And here I just seen like a head. And I seen it moving, and I was like, what the hell is that? Whose tall ass is that? Here, all of a sudden, man, that smell got real worse, man. And I was just like, man, I was almost to the point of, throwing up. I was just standing there trying to look at it, but meanwhile, I'm over there, trying to
gagging away,
calm and look at what it is, and shit, boy. Here, all of a sudden, man, it stopped right at the, kind of like at the edge of the light, kind of like where you can't really see it, but you can see the outline. God damn, boy, that thing looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger, just taller than him. Yeah.
With an uncle?
You must be short. Hey.
Boy, just imagine if they put Arnold Schwarzenegger on those stilts, boy, he'll be taller than him.
God dang. I have.
But no, it was real like muscular built. And my grandma, at that time she came outside and she just so happened to look, and right away she said something in Oto. And that thing turned around and it started running. It ran across that road and it like jumped over that next to that next field.
Yo.
But you can hear it when it landed, man. It sounded like kind of like if you ever watch, movies when they drop cars or whatever, kind of like that big old. That's what it sounded like when it landed, and then you could just hear it run off. And then my grandma, she was like, "Get in here, boy." And so I got in there, and she woke up my uncle, told him what happened, and then my uncle, he sat me down, and he was like, when your grandma tells you that stuff, you get your ass in here. I got cussed out pretty good, And here to come to find out that that those Bigfoot, there's a pond, probably about, I want to say 2 miles into the woods behind my grandma. But I guess that's where they come from. That's one of their openings, I guess. And I didn't find that out until one of my grandpas told me about it.
Yeah.
He said that's why your folks, they kind of stay over there. He said once upon a time we all used to be one. We all used to be able to communicate with all these entities. They all used to give us stuff, or they used to help us with stuff. He said these Bigfoot, he said they watched out for us. They let us know when those enemy tribes were coming. They let us know when the deers were starting to move around. They kind of like let us know certain things. So he said that we were our part of our little band or clan that we belong to. We're the ones that take care of them. We're the ones that make offerings for them, like tobacco offerings, fruit. Like they really like fruit, I guess. And at that time I didn't really know until I started going around amongst different tribes and hearing their stories about Bigfoot, and it really surprises me about what they say. But the way that my grandma tells us, those are like your older brothers in a way. So not to be scared of them, but your first encounter with them, it's going to be scary because you don't know what you're looking at. You don't know what that is, but it's kind of like what my grandma said. If they want to be seen, they'll show themselves to you. They said that my uncles, they got stories that say that the only reason why these entities ain't around no more is because these white people keep looking for them. They go out, they chase them. They go out, they go try to see if they can see them, capture a picture or whatever. So that's why a lot of times when you go look for them, you ain't gonna find them. You may see them for a split second and it's them. You got that confirmation, but once you go looking for them, you ain't gonna find them. So. But shit, before that, man, I was a rugged little kid, boy. I'll go chase that thing.
That's how I was.
Yeah.
Like, Trent, you up there, Northern Smokes, up in Washington area, they got story. I know you got to have a story about that. What do you guys have a natural name for him?
Man, I had so many encounters. I mean, I had a visual at least twice now in my life, and I've had vocals like 3 times maybe in my life, and physical. I've had possibly little pebbles or rocks thrown at my feet when I was working up there in the mountains in the closed area, and that's a primitive area. Nobody goes up there, boy, at night, and that's when I worked was at night because I was a part of the owl crew looking for northern spotted owls in 2010 to have some context to it. But I was a wildlife technician. So
Because for me, I
yes,
don't know about you, Spencer, but I know
yeah,
growing up here,
yeah.
or not growing up here, my folks, Bigfoot, he's got a distinct smell. We do know that. And for some of us, we
Mm,
know, my grandpa's in them around Carnegie, they said he's around this area, the Big Bottoms, which is near the Washington River and all that. But
mm,
the kind was too, if you do happen to catch him upon him, from what I know, and if you can get past the overpowering smell, he's supposed to give you medicine. So Kai was, yeah, and
dang.
for me, when I was in Washington State, when I was living up there, my relatives can tell you that, but I was always out of it because I was always wanting to find, because I knew about these stories about Bigfoot, what I've heard, and for me,
Yeah.
you know, Doug Bong, he was talking about the white people and all
Mm,
that looking for him. And it's like, wow, that kind of hits to me because I was probably a young man. I wanted to go find him too because again, I heard he's got some really powerful medicine. And
Yeah.
if you get a hold of that medicine, you're pretty much not touchable. And I guess that's the kind of things about the wayward mind or the wayward youth. You
mm.
want to be overly strong and powerful and have all these things. But now that I listen to that and think about how foolish I was, I tell you, when I lived on the Swinomish Res back in 1995, 96, I used to like to. I love to party, boy, honey. I love party. I love drinking
Oh,
me
you
some
do?
Black Velvet. I don't know if you
God,
know Black Velvet back in the
God,
time
Oh
was a
man, so you're like my uncle.
really
God,
cheap liquor that you could. It was kind of like the KD
I
that
was
you buy
only
around here, but up there
How
Black
would you like?
Velvet's really cheap. And
I
then
was
if
God,
only eight
not,
wow.
years.
and if not, because I was a poor guy, we drink that Rainier beer. Boy, howdy, that's some kill beer.
What?
Ooh, it'll tear your guts up. It's worse than
Oh
the beast. But anyways, back to the story
man,
about Bigfoot.
man,
I'd
man,
be
so
I'd be drinking that
God,
Black Velvet, getting out of it. And that one time, I
yeah.
swore we was driving back to the to the Swinomish Reservation, and they live off a little bitty Whidbey Island. They're on
You're
like
listening to Live with the Native Guy. Your host, the Native Guy.
one
Wait,
of them
y'all.
guys trying to break my window sister to get out of the car. She's like, "What are you doing?" Though I spotted that Bigfoot, and I ended up 2.5 miles outside of the city in the middle of this wooded area that I've never been, chasing this beast. And I woke up during the middle of the day and I had to try to figure out where I was because I was on an island surrounded by water. That's where I went. And that's the kind of, I mean, alcohol fuel made me kind of run away into the woods and chase something that I couldn't find.
Wow.
And
Man.
waking up during the next day, it must have just took care of me because again, I was in the middle of woods where if you're in the state of Washington, those woods, they're pretty dangerous at night if you don't know
yeah,
where you're doing, and you got big trees, you got big boulder, you got all kind of
yeah,
stuff going on. And
yeah.
plus the Swinomish Res,
Yeah.
they're near the ocean. They're right
Was
in the
it Mount?
bay.
Was it Mount Erie?
It could have been because up from LaConner, Washington, and all that way is the Skagit Valley Mountain Range. So we
Yeah.
somewhere in those areas.
There's a Cypress Island. Cypress
That
Island,
might
maybe.
have been where I was at.
Dude, that's like an island with forest, and that's it. Like, wow.
Like I say, I tried to break, and I ended up several miles away from the reservation and everything. And boy, howdy, again, like I say, on alcohol, I was willing to go chase this Bigfoot. And like I say, I woke up and all my family was looking at us like, "Where'd you go? You disappeared into the woods, and we didn't know. We went looking for you, and you were gone." But yeah, that's how crazy I was. Wait, y'all.
Boy, You know, you could have been taken by that.
Boy, grandma damn thunk you up the head.
Hey, that
Somebody
would have been
should
way
have.
better. Yeah.
Somebody should
No,
have.
but
Hey, after sit
I,
down, boy, you get no fry bread.
yeah.
Don't take my fry bread.
Hey.
Getting in,
Barely a bowl. God.
getting in a national
Oh.
forest is very scary because we'd go hunting, and I'd say, we'd take off looking for elk, and this guy I was with, I said, do you know where you're at? Do you know how we're going to get back? I said, just don't let the sun set because then we're stuck. You get up in a national forest and you look up, you can't even see the sun. And it's like, which direction am I going, north, south, east, or west? He says, start marking where we're at so we can get back. That's scary.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
Yep. I got a story. I got a story about that. Man, I was working the same situation, but different time. That we had our GPSs. You know, we had for the United States Forest Service, and so we had to mark those for the Pashtuns, the white people. We did that for them because they help us and give us grants and money and all that. But anyway, enough of that. But
Enough of them.
yeah.
Quit bringing up
Anyway.
turquoise.
Hey, anyway, I was out there with my partner, my mentor. She's an elder here now on the tribe. She's still working at the Owl Crew, man. After 13 years, and she was, pretty old back then, and now she's man. Oh
Wow.
man, she's almost 60. No, really. I mean,
That's
she's
messed
probably
up.
62 at least. But
Why you
no.
make me feel old, Grandpa. Come
no,
on.
but she's really awesome. She's a hiker and every day and hiking all year and seasonal. And so man, she's in good shape. But the point is, we went up there hiking around with the GPS, and then the GPS messed up on the way back. And get this, we flagged everything on the way up. When we came back, boy, there was no flags. There was
Yo.
nothing.
Mm.
There was no more flags. There was no more, and our GPSs started acting up, and it was just pitch black. Even with our headlamps, it felt like it was so dark there. And we were on the cliff sides. We were on the goat
Wow.
rocks almost. We were up that way up, way up high country with it. And we found owls. We did. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful, blessed day. I felt so empowered there. I could feel the power pushing us around, making us lost, making us not find our way, making our GPS act up, eh? Them white, those things, those. Sorry to be that way, but I was raised in that kind of, that kind of
All right.
family. That kind of family. We were, hey, you better not marry a white woman. I'll be mad. What? Oh man. She's pretty though, man.
Pretty. Just
You marry a
pretty.
white woman and they say, honey, make me some fry bread. And she gets out the biscuits, rolls it out, and puts it in the frying pan.
I seen it done that way. We just wait. So to me, that kind of segues into a cool topic because that sounds like when you lost your way and everything, or couldn't find your way in those big woods, possibly aliens. Alien kind? Do you guys think have you ever had an alien encounter? I mean, for me, a few years ago here in Lawton, and I know a bunch of other people had seen this too throughout the world, and we seen the same thing on YouTube. There was a bunch of, it looked like stars or ships that were coming in one straight line, one after another. It's like 40 or 50 at a time. But the weird thing is, my wife and I, she seen it. My guest who was here, they were all seeing it. But the weird thing is somebody on YouTube had posted the same exact thing in Utah. And for me, I was like, what in the world? And it was just like a bunch of stuff that came straight in, just flying in real fast and slow down. And they just all kept lining up, one after another, one after another, one after another.
Did they burn up or?
No, it was just a bunch of lights. It was just like they were flying in like a bunch of jets that just come in from the just coming into our ozone and our atmosphere, and then they just all just were lining up, and they just had lights, and they would go so far and they would just disappear. And there was like 25 to 30 in a row. It was, and like I say, my wife and my friend who was here at the same time, we seen it. My cousin or my nephew in Carnegie, they seen it. And again, like I say, on YouTube, they seen it. Have y'all ever had or seen UFO? I mean, that's not the first time I've
Yes.
seen a UFO. I know they
I
exist. I
I've
know they
seen
exist.
some.
This one guy was with, he says, "Hey," I said, "What's wrong?" He goes, "There's a UFO." I said, "No, it's not. It's the police. They're gonna get you."
Oh, man.
I said, "What'd you get?
Well,
Did you get a DWI?" He said, "No, I got a
Oh,
DUI." I said, "You gotta watch it. If you get a DWI, that's drinking with an Indian."
Bobby here told me that is there any stories that I heard when I was growing up? Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
yeah.
And my mother, she talked to this old man. He was a twatty, huh? He was a
Oh wow.
medicine man, and he told my mother that, hey, when the end of the world comes, it's gonna trip you out. When the end of the world comes, there's gonna be a big fire. Everything's gonna be on fire, and the Bigfoots are gonna come and save us. He told my mom that when he was
Wow.
when he was still here. And this was when I was a kid, or before I was even born, probably that she heard that story.
Mhm.
Wow.
And that was a long time ago. Back in the '80s, and probably when I was like a little 2-year-old.
Back in the
When
20th century.
'80s, '90s. Well,
Back
yeah.
in the 20th century.
I can't believe I could say that, but but I'm thankful. I got to hear them stories from my mom, from an old man that was a medicine man. He's gone now, but Atwai, we call him Atwai here. But yeah, in the Yakima ways, Yakima Nation here in Washington State here. But man,
Yeah,
that Bigfoot.
prophesize of the near future.
But that Bigfoot, he. Well, I was told, by my parents even that you're not supposed to be afraid of them.
No.
Just relative with that, what you were talking about earlier there, bong there, and bonks. But yeah, you're not supposed to be afraid of them. They're supposed to help us, And exactly. And one time we were living together. We were talking the same language. We were talking up here, up the northwest here, Ichishkin. Sahaptin is the slang, but it's Ichishkin. What I speak in Knashmaniksha, Atawit Awakusi, Kushiapo Timki, Trenton Buck Pims. So what I just told you there was my Indian name is Love of a Horse, and that my given name, government is Trenton Buck Pims. So, and I say that live because I'm okay with that.
There's other stories too around Indian country. There's other, I'm going to tell you the story about when I was living in Choctaw country with my sister back in 1994. I just, it's 1 year after high school. I wanted to be on my own, so I left Lawrence, Kansas, and moved all the way into my sister's house down here in Oklahoma. Weechaw, big change. Anyways, the Choctaws, they believe in these things called Kunakushna. Now, I'm not Choctaw. I don't know their ways very much, but I do know the stories they told about these Kunakushna. Now, Kunakushna are the little people. That's what they're called, little people. And so these little people, because, some of our family, they come from different medicine ways, and they know these different medicine things. And Choctaws, they have different ones who do practice their medicine and these ways. That's how I kind of understood and learned about the Kunakushna, because these little people, they live in these various little areas. And in Choctaw country, going to the east of us here, it's all wooded. It's wooded, Durant, Wright City, Valiant, all that Choctaw country. When you're going toward the southeast, you start going into the wooded areas. You go into the Wachita Mountain Range, and then that mountain range heads up into the what do they call through the Tennessee, the Smoking Mountain Range, and all that. And basically, that's Choctaws come from these different areas around there. So there's Kunakushna, these little people. They basically, when I started learning about this one time, it was late at night, and I was throwing rocks at a tree. And I don't know what the hell I was throwing. I think I was drinking. Every one of these stories, I must have been having a good time. We was drinking. Anyways, I threw a rock at this tree, and I threw about 3 rocks, and the people I was with, they were sitting there, it's like, you know what? Ain't none of those rocks landed. They all stayed in that tree because I threw it straight at one spot. And the next thing you know, we threw that 4th rock, and that 4th rock came right back at us. Them little people started playing catch with us. Yo, that was the scariest thing I'd ever felt. That they were just watching and playing games with us. You ever have any experiences like that? Because I know around in the areas we are here in Southwest Oklahoma and the Comanche country, they believe in what they call nunnapees, the little people as well. And we was talking about them earlier. Me and Hanley was, and the nunnapees are. There's some of these Comanches that I do know. That's their medicine. They're little people. They give them guidance or whatever. Or they might be a little bitty, whatever, raise terror or raise hell or kind of just mess with you. And the nunnapees, some of my brothers and them, they say, "Oh, these nunnapees are in these cars because nunnapees don't take stuff from you. They move it where you can't find it, and they make you look all over so you mess stuff up. So they really aren't trying to. They're just trying to move things so they're there. They don't want you to mess with them or find them, but they do know. And I do know other stories where some have tried to in Kiowa country bring those nunnapees over there, but hell, we just kind of just destroy them. Because hell no. Oh, man. You guys ever have any stories about those little people, or you guys know anything about those either?
Yeah, man. I one time in Pawnee, Oklahoma, that's where I was kind of raised up. Kind of spent majority of the time with my mom. So I grew up around Pawnee, Otos, Poncas, and all the relatives around that area. And anyway, one time we got a railroad that comes through Pawnee, and kind of one of the little major railroads around Oklahoma. And anyway, they were doing some repairs on this bridge, and where this bridge is at, that railroad, it comes right across that our creek right there, the Black Bear. So those guys, they come in and make repairs on that railroad, putting new rails down, new stakes, whatever, And anyway, it was during, I want to say springtime, probably about April, maybe March. Anyway, those workers, they were working here. All of a sudden, I was in school. I remember this because tribal police came up to the high school and came up to the middle school, and we always got a bunch of bad little Indian kids. So they even went down to the elementary school, making sure all these kids are in class. Sure enough, we were, and my uncle, at that time he was the police chief. So anyway, he get done, and I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I'll talk to you about it later when we get home." I was like, "All right." So he came over. He was like, "Damn, nephew," he said, those workers down there at the railroad, they're working on that railroad, fixing it up. They called us, asked us to come down here and escort these kids back to school or home or something. He said they're throwing rocks at us. Anyway, so he said that him and another deputy, they went down there to go check it out, and they started walking. They started walking down that underneath that bridge where they were. And that deputy, he stopped. He said, he kind of nudged over to my uncle. He said, "Those are the little people." He said, "Their homes are probably about maybe not even a quarter mile down that stream." He said, one time we were down there. He said, you can find little moccasins. You can find all their little homes, So he said these workers, they're getting too close for comfort. They don't like that, so they're throwing rocks at them. So and then after he told them that, my uncle, they kind of laughed, because these white people ain't gonna get it. They're not gonna understand. So they laughed at him. They laughed at him. Said, "Oh, all the kids are in school." So they all went back, and here those work officers, those people that were working there, just about every day they would call tribal, just because they would get rocks thrown at them every day until they got across that bridge. Once they finally got across that bridge, they didn't get no more calls. But during that whole time, those little people, they threw rocks at them. So I was always told, they will protect their areas.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why they protect them. That makes me think maybe that's why they threw that rock back at me, because I was messing with their area.
Probably messing with one of their nice homes.
It must have been because they were in the tree. It was toward the tree. I threw it because the one thing that I could tell you, Bongs, is when I was those little people, you get this feeling that something's watching. You ever have that? Something's watching you, and that's what it was, and that's why I threw rocks at that tree, because that's where I was seeing something was looking at me, and actually those Choctaws that are with, they were sitting there. It's like something's watching us, and I turned around and I threw it straight at that tree, and that's when again I was like, "Hey, look, those rocks, none of them hit the ground. They caught all those rocks and they threw it back." I was like, "Oh, we better go somewhere else."
That's why I didn't like. That's why I didn't like Fantasy Island. I was scared of that little guy.
Golly. What about you? I seen you had something in that. Have you had an experience with that Northern Smokes?
Yeah, man, one time I was coming home and I remember I was driving down my long driveway, huh? It's about 250 feet, It's a pretty long driveway. And we have this gate, right? And so, man, I came home and I just, something told me to look, but I looked and it was jumping off of the gate. And I just seen these feet and a little hairy figure above it, like how could I describe this?
So we're going to take a little break from that for a second. As you can see, the live stream is coming from Lawton, Oklahoma. There in the porches of Oklahoma, boy, howdy. I don't know what happened. That's not in my porch. That's in my backyard that you see. And in the backyard, we have all kind of things going on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to do this. We're going to see if this happens here. Nope, that didn't happen. There's all kind of things that we're trying to figure out. In the background, we've got some stuff that I'm trying to play, and I don't know why it's not playing. We've got different things that we're monitoring here into our system. As our system is now going into a different system, we are now straight into our one podcast system, the Remall. It's one of our things that we use. We use several different systems here. So that's going straight into our system. This is just the small system that we got on. The other system we have, it's hooked up to a different computer. On that computer, it basically lets us play all kind of things. It lets us do all kind of just streams and whatnot. This one, we're trying to figure out what's going on. As we know, when we're streaming live into our video here, what was happening is we have some Stenjati on the camera, and I want to show you something here while you're looking at that. I have two cameras going on here, and as those two cameras are going, one camera's going to show you outside. I'm going to show you some other capabilities that we got here live in the studio. I'm going to bring myself onto the screen, just so you know. And when I bring myself onto the screen, you're going to see Odie come onto the screen with me. And he's going to be webcam number 2. And what's going to happen is if you're on YouTube, you should see me on video screen. You should hopefully see me here pretty soon. I'm very got my hand. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the screen is what I'm going to do, right under everything here. And then we're going to fix our green screen out a little bit too. Our green screen is not fixed on this device. We're going to say okay to that. But we got some things going on. You see in the background of the video whatever's going on there. I was going to try to play some video of Stenjati and some other stuff earlier, but I had some technical difficulties. It happens. Technical difficulties, they happen. And as they happen, sometimes we got to figure out how we're going to do some of these things. So I'm going to get that one in there. I'm going to get some filters on this one. And as we get some filters, that way you can see the green screen effect and everything. What we're going to do is we're going to go on stage and on camera. We're going to be live with the Native Broadcast Network here in a second. There's some stuff there on my green screen. I don't have my lighting on, so it's going to look a little weird. Not too weird, just weird. And as soon as I get that done, you're going to see me on stage on the camera. Again, my lighting is not on. But we're going to show you that for a second, and then you're going to see me on camera. Hi, everybody, that's me. I am on camera. The other camera is actually live. It's facing outside to our camera, and you can see it's snowing in Oklahoma. And it's not snowing. I don't. Hopefully, it's snowing where you are. I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I'm not. But I guess because of all this snow that we're having, look at all that snow. It's the first snowfall of the year, so we've got to go outside and take a bath as well. You know, I don't have a light on that camera, but as we're watching on that camera, we're going to see I'm going to see if I can see myself, basically. As I'm looking and looking and looking. And I'm trying to see what we got here on the Native Broadcast Network. Hey, there, I can see myself in the camera. It's a different look. There I am. I'm looking at myself. I can see myself. I'm just making sure everything. I'm going to wave. I'm going to wave to you. Yeah, I'm waving at you. Then you see all this stuff going on. Hey, it's the Native Broadcast Network. So we're trying some different things out. I just wanted to share that with you real quick. Showing you some of the capabilities that we got. Because we're going to get you back to some music. We're going to get you back to what we were doing. For right now, we had an interview with Sten Jotty that was going on. We took that back out here real quick. Not because we wanted to, but because we couldn't get the audio and the video to play. But I figured some things out. You know, it takes a little bit more for me to figure things out. I'm kind of slow once in a while. Hey, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm going to play this. Maybe you'll hear it. Maybe you won't. We'll see what happens. It's one that you'll enjoy here. Maybe you're not. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. We're going to play this one. I'm going to play it for you. It was one that was just on screen here. Matter of fact, I'm going to see what that is. I'm going to try to show you what was on screen here. We're going to interact with that real quick. We're going to not even play. We're going to just go all the way back. Because what we're going to do is we're going to try to play it over here. Give me 1 second.
It just, you want to make sure you're taking care of your family and they got smiles on their face.
Check this out.
It's the underdog. It's the underdog. From that 4-0 and 5th, Oklahoma shit. 918 represent Oklahoma shit. 580, yes, lit, Oklahoma shit. 539, what it is, Oklahoma shit. I'm from that 4-0 and 5th, Oklahoma shit. 918 represent Oklahoma shit. 580, yes. Yes, lit, Oklahoma shit. 539, what it is, Oklahoma shit. My pops grew up in Garden Oaks, my mama from the sticks. They came together and they made this Oklahoma kid. She liked the way I talk. My Oklahoma drip product of my environment. Just look what Oklahoma We gave you Alfred Woodard. We gave you Brad Pitt. Uncle Charlie might just have to put a verse on this. Had the Thunder for 4 years and they went to the ship. Take a sip and let me talk my Oklahoma shit. Underdog, I let you know the state of mind I'm in. Biggest casino in the world, I got a chance to win. And I'ma bet it all before I roll the dice. Cause holding back might cost me more, don't wanna know the price. I gotta do it boomer sooner, I can't wait for later. Cowboys, pistols firing, and my guns are blazing. I got lions in Langston, from the always I stay. And my state is the greatest, know you hear what I'm saying. I'm from that 4-0 and 5th, Oklahoma shit. 918 represent Oklahoma shit. 580, yes, lit, Oklahoma shit. 539, what it is, Oklahoma shit.
I'm from that reservation life,
Oklahoma shit.
918 represent
Oklahoma shit.
405, yeah, it's lit,
Oklahoma shit.
Native life, what it is,
Oklahoma shit.
Clean Pool Creek combs, I was raised in one of those. Rested shoes, rested hat, went to school with rested clothes. Grew up hella rough, but fuck it, that's just how we go. I-75 as we're moving through the red state. Big rims flicking, reflections off the candy paint. Learn how to hustle, just watching all these heavyweights. I'm from the aunties in the kitchen, smell like wild onions, eggs, fried bread, sauce get dipping, slipping through the red. Natives round here grilled out with beaded chains. In and out the toaster like the drillers or a oiler game or something like the Thunder Boy. I show up hella sooner. I'm a Dally Pony boy, Johnny outside loser. Hop Jim Thorpe, Oklahoma native, legendary, raised in the pavement. Oklahoma medical, we sit back with blazing. And Underdog got the lit track. it's amazing. I'm from that reservation life, Oklahoma shit. Now when they represent Oklahoma shit. 405, yeah, it's lit. Oklahoma shit. Native life, what it is. Oklahoma shit. I'm from that 40 and 5th, Oklahoma shit. 918 represent Oklahoma shit. 580, yes, lit. Oklahoma shit. 539, what it is. Oklahoma shit.
You already know, man. This is the new remix to his Oklahoma City. Gave me love when he blessed the track. So that's.
Hey, y'all, that was Stan Jotty and Company, some Oklahoma stuff. Boy, how do you know me? I don't say that kind of word on TV. But anyways, this is live. We've got some more going to come with you. You know what? We've got different powwow music, different stuff we want to bring you. You know, I want to try this one. This one was a good one. Maybe we'll get it going. Maybe we won't. Just depends on how
the journey to becoming a.
You know, we have different commercials that come in once in a while. Sorry about that. It happens. But we got all kind of things that I'm trying to figure out. You know, this is what happens when you're live with the native guy. And when you're live with the native guy, we got to get some different things going on. You know, we have some great powwow music we want to show you. We want to get some videos on screen for you. Maybe even some peyote music and some different ones we're going to share. This one's a great group. They're called Midnight Express. It's the Ojibwe. And as soon as I find it here, we're going to get that on screen for you so you can see what we got going on. It's by Midnight Express. It's a great song. I don't know if you know anything about Midnight Express, but boy, honey, they're one of those great powwow drum groups that if you haven't heard them, you got to go hear them. They're really good, powerful singers. And we're going to get them ready to get on screen here in a second. As soon as you get on screen, we're going to hear some Ojibwe sidestep music for the next 2 minutes here. So enjoy this now.
Take it away. Oh, hey.
Oh, that's what happens when you're on live. We went straight from there. We went to Iyabe.
You're listening to the Yabe Singers. Hey, cha!
Munza.com makes Gans great
Hey,
again.
child, that's what happens
because I never
when you're
were,
on the air
and
live
don't
with the
forget it.
native guy.
See?
We don't even know. We're not even paying attention to nothing here like we're supposed to be. But that's all right. We've got some commercials for you to be watching if you're watching them. And then we've got some other stuff if you're watching there. Well, that's nothing there. You're not going to be seeing any of that. That's what happens when you're live with the native guy. We've got all kind of things that we can get lined up. We don't have that extra lined up. But we're going to be continuing on the live with the Powwow Trail. You know what? We can do some different things for you that way. In case we're not live or we don't have a screen for you, we're going to put that up there for you. And then we're going to say okay to that. We're going to do that. We're going to go like that. And then we're going to go there. So you're live with the native guy. We're going to show you our interactive screen here. We're not going to really interact with you. Boy, howdy, if I'm out and about right now in the Lawton area, you're going to be getting into a lot of snow. So if you don't have to be in Stay inside. Let us keep you warm. Get you warmed up with some powwow mix here. We've got a lot of stuff coming in from our Facebook chat feed and our podcast host. Boy, they got a lot of videos and music they want to share. So I'm trying to get some stuff lined up here. Because, again, there's just one of me in studio to make this work. So as we can figure some things out, we're going to get this going. You heard Iambe, so right now we're going to go and try to find you some more different music here. Different music we mean by, I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to try to figure out what we can get here. Let's see. What's a good one? I've seen some stuff on there that I might play. You'll see which way we'll go, see which ones I've seen last, and then we'll work our way back up to where we are. This one's going to come out of here. I think they come out of Oklahoma here. Oh, I don't know. I'm looking for a long song, so we're going to play one. So here you go. Enjoy this one.
Oh,
Boom! That was. We're going to keep going with Thunder Hill. Honor song. Cha, that is Live with the Native Guy. We hope you're enjoying the sounds of Thunder Hill. Sorry about that. I got all kind of things going on. We're going to get you some more music going. We're going to keep you going with some more powwow music. We're going to keep it on the Southern Plains for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we got here. We see what we got going on. We know you guys like different music.
How do you earn
here.
a scholarship?
I don't know how you earn a scholarship, but I know how I get one. See? But we're going to listen to this one. This one's a good one. We'll hear it in a minute. Yellowhammer. We're going to have a minor commercial. Give me a second. Then I got my head caught in this dang, whatever the hell it is. Anyway, we're going to play some more music. That was Yellowhammer. We're going to play some Southern Thunder now. Enjoy this one.
In a travel for everybody. Come on, our dancers.
You are listening to Live with the Native Guy with ya. Get out there and dance your style on the Powwow Trail, hey, cha. Ooh, and that's what happens when you go live. We're dead air. Sorry about that. I had to get some things done, but we're going to continue rolling. You're probably watching some advertisement as we speak. I'd let you watch it, but they won't let you watch it there. You know, we're going to get you a different one. We're going to find you a different video here in a second. We're going to put you onto some more interesting there. You know, again, when we're live on the air, we have different technical difficulties. They happen, but we are live with the Native Broadcast Network, the radio waves. We hope you're enjoying the sounds of the Powwow Trail. We've been going since about 8 o'clock this morning. We're continuing on. We're going to keep going and keep going and keep going. as we learn and fly on down the Powwow Trail. Matter of fact, we're going to play this one for you. It's going up from Nighthawks Juniors. Enjoy.
Same for the ladies. 200 dollars in the junction. Good luck. Good action. All right, here we go.
ECVO started as my college
Ooh,
project.
that was the Nighthawks Jr. Boy, howdy, my microphone just fell right out of my hand. We hope you're enjoying the sounds of Live with the Native Guy. I am your host, the Native Guy. And that is nobody really playing right now. We're going to get you some more music. We're going to get you some more sounds. You know, we're going to try to give you another, maybe these guys. These are always some good ones. We'll see, they're from the Pawnee tribe, I believe. The Black Bear BBC singers is what I remember them. We'll see if we can bring them on and get them some music up from there. It's always some good music. We'll try to find one. Here's one for you. Enjoy this one. This one's the Black Bear singer. Black Bear Creek singer. Enjoy.
Oh,
Hooja, that was the Black Bear Creek Singers. We appreciate that one. We're going to keep it going.
Takes away, no one did.
Yeah, that was Black Bear Creek. We're going to keep it going. You know, I've been playing this one on the air a few times. I might play it again just because, oh, I don't know. Maybe we'll go somewhere else with this one. We're going to go over here. Oh, we're going to play. Let's go find. I don't know. We'll try these guys out. Maybe you heard of them. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Sometimes my cue wants to work. Sometimes it don't. It happens. We're on live right now with the native guy. Sometimes. Here we go. That was a good one by Whitetail Boys. We hope you've been enjoying what you're seeing here on Live with the Native Guys. That's who was playing, the Whitetail Boys. We're going to get you some more music queued up. We are streaming live on the Facebook channel and on the YouTube channel. Sorry, on the YouTube Live. And if you're watching us live, we thank you for joining us. We're going to do this more often. We are streaming live, and we are playing live on 2 different platforms on our radio player. Excuse me, that's live at our radio player. Right now, you can hear the same thing that's going on as you're seeing on your video. That's at Native Broadcast Radio Network. Or let me try that again. That's Native Broadcast Network Radio.net. That's Native Broadcast Network Radio.net. Go over there, hit that player, and you'll hear us the same thing that you're seeing us live on Facebook and on YouTube. As you've been seeing, if you haven't, subscribe, share, follow, and let us know you're there. We'll be happy to have you on. We'll be happy to take your guest requests. We'll even be happy to throw out a happy birthday when we're live on the air to those who are listening in. We want to kind of be the live stream and the voice of Native America here throughout the Midwest, Southwest, all over the 4 corners, wherever you're hearing. We want to do this more often for you. We're going to get you some more powwow singing. We're going to stay over there in the
always wanted to create your own.
Ooh, there we go. We're not trying to do that. Don't be creating nothing. We want you to listen to us here on the Powwow Trail. We're going to go with this one. There's a good one. Enjoy Motown. We jaw that. was Johnny Moe and the Motown Singers. Boy, howdy, we hope you're having a good old time dancing on the Powwow Trail. Dance your style on the Powwow Trail. That's what we like to say here. As you can see on the link there, get on, follow, subscribe, facebook.com at Native Guy Talking. You can also follow us there on the anchor.fm where you can hear all of our podcasts that we have done. We'll show that one up there. We'll get that up there for you so you can see. That's the Native Podcast Network on the Anchor FM. You can always find all of the shows we've done that we've recorded here in the past. We had Sten Johnny and them earlier. We had some different videos of ones that we talked to. There it is, Anchor FM at Native Podcast Network. You'll find us streaming there. Look for the TP. Hey, you can go out and support us there on that page as well. It helps us to grow. It helps us to get the bills. It helps us to get advertisers. And if you want to advertise with us, we'd love to have you advertise. See that screen you're seeing? That black screen actually will fill up with more if we get some advertising each month, each day, each week. We can put your advertisement right there as we're playing our live music. And then as we get through that, we'll read your scripts. We'll get that out to you. And we'll get your advertisement so we can tell everybody what's going on. Hey, if you want to know if there's a powwow coming up and live streaming it, if you're up in the north, south, east, or west, wherever you are, we'll go and probably look at some of those Facebook powwow pages. But if you want to start sharing them with us on the Native Broadcast Network page, that would be ideal. As we can start sharing those with you, we'll create a whole page just for you so you can put your own powwow calendars. We won't ship it to a different page. It'll just be a part of our Native Broadcast Network, Native Guy Talking page. We've got some great hosts, too, who've been joining us lately. They're Native Smoke, shout out to you wherever you are today. To Sir Smokes a Lot, wherever you are in Brenny, Montana. Hope you're nice and warm. And to Bongs, our man there in Macy, Nebraska. Hopefully everybody is surviving. Matter of fact, we're going to show you one of our cameras outside. This is what's going on out here. That's where it is, boy, honey. We've got all that going on. Matter of fact, we don't even have the Motown Singers going on right now. We've got nothing going on. We've got nothing planned. But that's what you see. That's the live stream of what's going on here in the plains of southwest Oklahoma and TP Studio One. We've got the fire stoked up. We got all kind of things going. But we want you to be a guest here on our live feeds. Come in and talk with us. Talk to everybody who's going on, whatever you're doing. Hey, we're going to go back here and we're going to play some more Motown Singers. We're going to get to some more of our music here. Here you go. Enjoy
Shabbat
Hey, welcome back to the Live with the Native guys. This is the Crazy Native. We just want to get on and talk to you for a little bit. We're going to play some more music here pretty soon. You enjoy what we got going on. Holy moly, I've been listening to this station for a little while. I just wanted to tell you how great it is. If you've out there listening for the first time, you go tell them there's this Crazy Native guy on the air. He's broadcasting from TP Studio 1 in Oklahoma. Wait, child. You know what? We're going to play this song. It's from Nighthawk Juniors. Maybe you might like it. Maybe you might not. But we're going to play it anyways because we got the Native guy went to go to the bathroom. That's why you hear me on the air. And that's his problem for not being on the air. Because I'm going to do whatever I want when I take that microwave. Here we go. Check this one out. You're listening to Live with the Native guy. Ahoy, y'all. That was Nighthawk Jr.'s The Crow Hop from an MSU Bozeman powwow. Now, crazy lady of Nady, she took off, so I snuck in the door and I found this empty chair, so I'm going to start talking because I can and whatever. You know what? I am the real crazy native. You can't get me because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a little bitty dude. I don't know what the hell. Hey, am I allowed to cuss? The native guy, again, he went to the bathroom. He still ain't come back. I think he might be constipated a little bit, but that's not my problem. I told him to eat some more and drink some more milk. That milk usually gets him go. Hey, I'm not supposed to tell they, but he's lactose intolerant, so he takes dumps all the time. Ew, what kind of show is this about? Like I say, that crazy native guy, he took off. He's been gone for a while. He's either in a bathroom or he went to go to a dispensary, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, I gotta go. Goodbye. See you later.
Hey, what in the world? We have all kind of things going on Live with the Native Guy. I don't know who that was, but hopefully I'm back. I've had to go outside. It's snowing outside, just so you know. If you haven't seen outside in our cameras, we're going to show you that, what's going on. Check this out. It's pretty snowy out there. That's live here in Lawton, Oklahoma. Anyways, we're going to play some of this. Oh, I don't know. All kind of things going on here. Maybe we'll play this. Maybe we won't. Maybe you will. Yeah, we're going to play this one. Here you go. This is Bear Creek. Enjoy. That was Bear Creek. You know, we're going to stay with Bear Creek. I found another one. We want to keep you going. We're live on the Native Broadcast Network. We're doing the YouTube playlist hour. Boy, howdy. We've got all kinds that we can come in from the Bear Creek singers. We're going to play one here that I thought was a pretty good one that we should have tried out, and we're going to try it out. So if there's not a commercial, but here we go. Enjoy this one. Sweet, y'all. That was Bear Creek Singers there. We're going to keep it going on the Northern Plains. We are going to take it to the Black Lodge Singers. They're going to be singing some crow hop for you, maybe. We'll see. Here we go. Black Lodge.
Way
That was the Black Lawn Singers. You know, we enjoying this hour. These few hours we've been on live with the Native Broadcast Network. We're just trying to give you something to listen to while it's all snowy out here in the southern plains of Oklahoma. You know, we are wanting to end our show with a pretty good song, or at least this live feed that we have. We're going to end it with one of these cool songs that we know. It's the White Buffalo Calf song. We're going to end it with that one, or at least this live show. Like I say, this live stream, not every stream, but just one stream. We're going to end with this old song. If we can find it, it's one that I heard long ago back in Washington and Montana, and then, over up in northern country. It's a really pretty song that if I can find it, boy, honey, that's the one thing about these feeds is you got to find these songs, and then as soon as you find the song, you got to play the right one, because if you don't get the right one, you don't get the right feel for what this song is. But boy, honey, I wanted to share this song with you. It's a good one. It's the White Buffalo Calf song. Enjoy this one. It's by the Pipestone Creek Singers. Maybe when we get there here we go.
Hey!
We thank you for joining us on Live with the Native Guy. We are going to end this live broadcast. We appreciate you for joining us. We're going to end both of our live broadcasts. Join us next time as we go live with the Native Guy. We're going to hopefully have our hosts on more often, and we'll continue going on Live with the Native Guy. Thanks for listening.